played out there. Where am I going? If I'm the offensive player, that Emma kick out a little bit. She got beat. Where are we shifting from? You're coming here. The hash one. Sweeper. Center mid. Who's coming at me? If I'm the offensive player, who's defending me? Faith. Okay? So now the defender comes at me. Stop. Outside midfielder made their way back. Where should she go? Drop back. You have to tell her that. What word are you going to use?
Why Faith forward?
I got ball. Just ball. All right.
Why her forward?
Then once you see your defender.
And was the guy we want to bring it up the middle, right? We don't want to leave the middle. She's closer and she's there. At least we're not giving up the middle.
Say she's really beat. Go, just disappear for a second. If she's really been beat and she can't get
now
back,
she can't go back. What's going to happen?
Faith has to attack you though. She has no option. Somebody has to get in front of the ball.
Faith takes the ball still.
Okay. Now, how are we shifting?
Right there. She shifts over. She goes back.
Okay.
So we still have 4, right? Because Emma couldn't get back in time. She shifts back. She shifts over. Right? Okay. We don't need offense at this point. Right? We don't need offense. We're on defense. So look where Turpak's going. She's coming back to fill that middle. Okay? Because we're on defense. Okay, so we're filling in spots. Now, Nicole just said, what if Decca was up high? Who would fill that spot then?
In the defensive zone.
Nicole would, right? We're going to keep that middle
We
fill.
have a midfielder. If Emma was really beat, say all the way up in the corner, and she's gassed, or Faith made a run and she is gassed. Your striker now becomes the attack midfielder. Because what Emma's going to have to know is she's coming back. Oh, wait a minute. Our striker is gone. So now I'm the striker. When do we switch back? When it goes out of bounds. Do not go back to your position in the middle of the play. You do that, people start running into each other, and bad things happen. Okay?
Coach, can you do that? Faith and Emma, and then Emma too high, and everyone do that switch then?
Yeah, go back to where we started. Now, Nicole, Maddie, everything that you're doing on this side, would have to be the same on over there. So put yourself in there too. Alright, so if this ball, I'm coming down, right? Emma comes to defend me. So now I'm being defended by a midfielder. What's Faith's job? Who is she picking up? Any other runner, most likely they're outside midfielder. Okay, that's your job. Create space here. Now, if I'm by myself, I have to go one-on-one. If I go to the inside, I got to deal with Allie. If I go to the outside, I might have some help, and I can pop the ball to the corner and hope that the mid beats the outside defender. If you notice, you're taking away my option because I can't go to the middle. And going back to Coach's introductory cardboard speech, it just made the goal a hell of a lot smaller for me, and it makes me a job
Trying to force them. That eliminates those angles I had written. If we force our opponents to the outside, they have less angles on shots on the goal.
Attack me. So I'm out here now.
There's a switch.
Emma's gone.
Emma's gone.
She disappeared.
She goes
made
over.
A run. She's gassed. She
Her
can't
pack
get back
takes
in
the
time.
6. 9 takes the 8.
Big comes up. Allie sits over. Brittany drops back. Becca becomes the center mid. Rachel becomes attack mid. And then as she's catching her breath, she can just, instead of making a very long direct run, your run to come back is now just a shorter run because you just go diagonal. And now you're half on top. Baked is now the outside midfielder. Allie's the outside back. Kennedy becomes the sweeper. Becca controls. The same thing goes on the other side. Nicole gets caught up. Patty attacks. Taylor shifts over. You become central. Kennedy still goes with the sweeper on the other side. Jalen shift over that way. That's how that works. Now, let's do this from like if the ball's in the corner perspective. If I'm an offensive player, and I come down, I'll do these in a second. If the ball's down here in the corner, so I just made an overlapping run. The ball gets played in the center, outside midfielder runs, and now we're here. So I overlapped and ran, which means let's push up a little bit. Push up a little bit. Push up a little bit. Keep going. Keep going. Go back. Kennedy, go back central. Shift over. Fade over here. Emma here. Back to where we started. In most cases, my overlapping run is going to start here. Okay? The team is going to come probably from one of their center mids. If I'm making an overlapping run, you're gone. You have to chase it. So if we're running down, running down, running down, running down, running down, running down. If she comes, I beat her. She's now coming at me. Sweeper shifts. Now you go central. Becca, stay where you're at. Rachel, stay where you're at. Rachel up top. Becca, back to where you belong. Nope, you're center mid now. You're right. The 6 now she'll become sweeper, but the defender that just got beat becomes center mid. Because we have to
If you get beat, go middle. If you're on the outside and you get beat, right? See where Faith got beat? Then she goes middle because they're going to shift over and the 6 can go straight back. You got beat, you're behind the play, so go middle.
It's because we already have a trailer coming back. We don't, because if Becca shifts middle and Rachel goes down and Faith goes middle, now we got 1, 2, 3, usually 4 players and nobody else. So if I have the ball down here and I go, I'm down here by the corner, down. Right around here where that cross is going to come in. Allie's got me covered. I don't have much of an outlet because Emma's already recovered. Cheat this way just a little bit. That outside midfielder is going to be in this general area. Because even if I make a drop pass, you have a direct line of sight to the ball. That pass is gone. Attack midfielder. Up. Right here. If you notice now, there is no room in the middle of the field. You are bunched up this way. Okay? Why? Emma's got drop cover, and she's got a through ball cover. Allie's got me one-on-one. Jalen's here waiting to see if anybody's going to make a run. Jess is covering anybody that wants to make one. So now I can't do a drop pass at 18. Faith's got the middle. The rest of you got the back end. If I get a cross off, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players waiting here to head the ball out. Or volley it out. Or if it's, goes on the 8, if it's 6, Bia gets it, and then we start all over again. You understand where you have to shift from. The key to this entire thing is play. Thank you. Communication. That comes from the 2 sweepers and the center mid. But that doesn't mean the rest of you keep your mouth shut. If someone stumbles, falls, or is getting in the wrong position, tell them, hey, shift left. Hey. Because if I'm Faith and I move over here, I don't know what's going on behind me because I have to focus on what's in why you have to talk all the time. If you don't, we're in trouble. All right? Let's bust out from an offensive point of view. Ball.
Oh, so I spent like 5 minutes on the offense. Just we switch and still have time to scrimmage.
Okay.
You're doing a great job. It's a little long. It's a little long, that's all. Now, one of the things I asked Coach Cutter was, if that left back goes up, that left mid, holding mid can take their spot. And then we still only have the same amount of people on attack. So it's okay for that left mid and that left back, or the right mid and the right holding mid to go up. Then you just have to shift around. We want to add numbers into an attack, but sometimes we just do a one-for-one switch where the left back or right back goes up, and the left or right holding mid says, okay, I got your spot. Well, that's okay, but we're not adding any numbers into our attack. And we have to because we only have a few people out there.
That's how that's going to work. Okay, you go out this way. So, Paul and Emma, although your position is called...
And since we're crowding the middle, if we win the ball back, we're going to have it in the middle. And we're crowded in the middle. And that's what Coach is saying. Then we want to distribute that to the wings moving out. So that's what I said earlier in the year. Once we gain possession, you need to quickly get away from each other and find the space. Because you see how crowded they were. You need to again bust out of that to the wings and open up into space.
He's out wide, fake is out wide, we gotta get it. If the ball's here, you guys are in drop options. Okay? Attack mid. Not near your outside midfielders. And you're she can hit her on a through ball. Hard pass and still copy and no other option. You got it right. As soon as she makes that pass, she goes forward. See, staying up. Now, I get you to hit you. Or, what else does the ball do? You don't want, if you are the attack man with the ball here, your only backward play is Maddie. If you're here, you take the guy, hang on to the ball. Because what's going to happen is, she's not going to ball. You have to see it, so it's going to be here. Group! And I'm already on the 18. My shooting lane is here, but I also have 1, 2, 3, 4 other players that can be there if something goes wrong. And if something happens, I get stopped dead. I can't
See how wide they got, though? It was a burst out to the sides.
right back to her. And then she only does one thing with that. Right in. And the rest is you crash. But you have to understand when you bust out, it's not this one. And that comes from you two. And me. When you say push out, that's exactly what that means. Don't jog, don't walk, don't try. You sprint out. Reason being, every offensive player that we just stopped is now behind you. And they're going to have to hustle backwards to catch up, because when you break out from this, it could be a quick counter and a really quick strike and you get everybody off guard. Are there any questions? Do you all understand? Okay, switch.
Goalkeepers stay up here. Mia, stay in. Everybody else go down. Actually, Natalie and Cole and Mia, start getting warmed up. Maybe.
Go to your positions, please. Whistle out. You get the time to scrimmage. Dog out, come on. I hope you learned
Just spread yourselves out both sides, okay? So you can see it from on top now. Okay, from here, you can see the space that we're trying to get from that 50 and then coming back. We're giving them, okay, this outside. Look behind Self, look behind Morales, right? If we can get them out to the side, that's okay. Towards the sideline. Use the sideline as an extra defender. Let worse angles on the side. Okay, so I'm going to give up that side. We're giving up somewhere. Gives our fresh, new, rookie, not much experienced goalie, 7 people in front of her, and let those people go to the outside a little more. And you saw, once you're all compact in the middle, and you'll see, you really got to break out to those sides, because we're going to take advantage of that. And the distribution is probably going to come from the middle, because that's where the goal is. If we regain possession, it's going to be Cook, it's going to be Stover, it's going to be Kennedy, probably in the middle. And that's why I was saying to you the other day, start thinking in your mind, if I get the ball, it's a purposeful pass out of it, not just a kick. Because if you start thinking that, because all those people in front of you, the Jesses, the Kennedys, the Maddies, the Turpaks, the Emmas, the Selfs, they're all going out into the sides, and you're going to be looking for them making a pass, not just kicking it up. Okay? They saw it, so you should be able to just run through it. They heard you up here, too.
Okay, so I'm coming down. I beat them.
Who's stepping up? Left back?
Who's hitting me?
Okay, they're up. What's Claire doing? Okay. Okay, and they did that shift. Emma came middle. Striker became that right attacking mid. The person who gets beat is now what? The striker. Yeah. Now, if that left mid or right mid isn't beat that badly, we don't have to do all that, right? They just switch spots, right?
But if you don't say that, bad things happen. Go back. Ball gets popped down the corner.
Okay, what's happening now? Down in the corner. Who's probably going to go for it? Haley, right, and Olivia? Right? So they're going over, then what?
That ball got put to the corner. I beat the outside mid again. Who's taking me on? Very good.
Okay, she goes over. Now what happens?
Are these people out of it?
No, they're in it. They're the left holding mid.
They would push up to like cover any sewer.
And they should go toward. They should.
They should go.
Yep, towards it. There you go. Any drop pass, they're taking off, right?
Yeah.
Claire should have, right?
This is what's going to happen, I can tell you right now. I didn't do this with you guys. The defender went to the ball like they're supposed to. Sweeper checked over. Center midfielder. Mary Kate had it right the first time, but I'm doing this on purpose. She's like, oh wait, sweeper moved, which means I gotta move. She cheats in here. If she thinks she's got keeper. Now I have a giant gap. The attack midfielder then comes in, fills the need. Okay, now we got a large circle of people. The problem that this is going to have is, one, I got way too many people on the right side of the field. Two, if that ball gets popped across, and we want to counter, who the heck are we countering with? There's no one here. You're worried about defending the ball. If the ball gets kicked out to Liv, she's all by her lonesome and she's going to take on 10 people. It's not happening. Okay? Herein lies the equipment. I've been saying all along. Communication.
Rotate him back. Go back. There you go.
Back mid, shift down a little bit. Up towards me. Towards me. This way, this way, this way. This is how that would work much more fluidly. Why? What is the advantage of having Mary Kate right here? What are the good things? The middle. Okay, you get it? Because for some reason we always lose the middle of the field. If you watch the film, there's a 40-yard gap in the middle every time. Can't let that happen. All right, go to your original position. Okay, now, bring it out. Come back, come back, come back. Liv, stay there. Rest of you back there. I'm gonna place it right there. It's good. I'm gonna play center mid with Mary Kate. Be her right now. So, if they break out, we're breaking out.
Okay, so we won the ball in the middle probably, right?
Yeah.
We won the ball back. So this is Kennedy, Stover, or Jalen in the middle.
What do you yell? Get up, push out, break out. That happens, it's a sprint.
And are we still forcing something though?
Going up,
Right?
going up.
We're getting out. But it's not like a basketball game where it's all like a fast break. We're just going for the goal no matter what, because that's where we end up in trouble. You're breaking out, but if it's not there, then we try to hold possession in that off. We have the space now. We can try to hold possession in the offensive end if we have. Yeah, there's so many people out there. It's hard to tell the next player. But then we break out, and if it doesn't work, that person, like he said to you, you have one play back to Maddie, a drop. Then you turn right, and then say, okay, now I got options. I can go across. I can play over. Now Turpak has a shot. It's not going for the hoop no matter what. We're not breaking out that way. It's breaking out. It's not there. Then we're smart enough now. We're old enough. We have enough skill where we start to, okay, let's reset it. Let's move it around and keep possession in the other end there. All right. Okay.